smell.
Is there a worry maybe one day the press won't be there? Won't be writing about Oasis as much, though?
I suppose so, yeah. Something else will pop on. I don't know, as long as I'm talking about it, they'll be writing about me, because I'm mad for it. I don't mind, you know, as long as you're doing something and they've got... I don't mind them writing about the band. I'm doing something. But writing about what I had for dinner last night, it's not f***ing... Who gives a f***ing shit?
Okay. True Oasis fan wouldn't care.
Exactly. Who wants to know about what I had for f***ing dinner? Who gives a f***ing shit if you're an Oasis fan or not, you know what I mean? No one's interested. You can write about the album.
Yeah.
And do it if you want.
It was Mel C, that issue that challenged you at the Brit Awards. What was all that about?
I don't know. I think the lovely girls are great, they're really talented, and like, I wish them all the best in the world.
But in reality?
That's the truth.
Yeah? Yeah. What was that challenge? What was that challenge about?
I don't know. I don't want to get into it, because, you know, I'll start getting into a spat with them lot.
So you saw it when it was happening?
What?
So you saw it when it was happening?
So what?
That little challenge?
I didn't say it. I don't know where it come from, saying I was going to slap them. I don't hit girls. Someone just said it and made it up as usual. And then someone went and told the press and or whatever and all that, and that was it. I don't know what they're on about. On sunny beaches, take your chances, looking for girls who are boys, who love boys, who be girls.
Oasis are at heart just a rock band, and Blur are at heart a complete pile of shit. Girls will be boys, will be girls.
I like that song. But, you know, Oasis rock. I mean, they know how to rock. They have some swagger. They have some attitude.
Oasis come along with this total you attitude and swagger, and we're the best band on the planet, and you're not. And so how can you not? I mean, you might be offended by it, but how can you not admire somebody who comes along and says that?
But the British media particularly has had a field day with the so-called rivalry between yourselves and Blur. Do you guys play into that? You try and ignore it?
I ignore it. We band ignore it. Don't play up to it, you know what I mean? We ignore it. It's a media thing, like you say.
We've been guilty of rising to debate, so to speak. Yeah. They don't like Oasis for a start because we don't play the game.
Well, what do you think that game is?
That game is... See, the enemy in particular seems to think that it was them that made this band's career, which is a joke, do you know what I mean? It's an absolute joke. We were in the top 40 before they put us on the f***ing cover, you know what I mean? So... how they care about this? It's because every other band's be-all and end-all of their career has been on the front of a music magazine, and it's like if that is what it's about, then I'd rather not be in a group. You know what I mean? You know, I'd be a model if it was about being on the cover of newspapers. The Oasis don't play the game in England, and will not suck up to the enemy and be on the cover of that paper every 2 weeks, and we've got nothing to say. So they decided they were going to try and break the momentum of the band, and. Then because we wouldn't play the game, then they slagged us off. But I mean, I've got no time for that paper anyway. It's a piece of, and I can't say it. Well, I can't say shit, can't I? I'm sorry, but and that's what it is, you know.
I don't want to repeat what he said, but it was very derogatory. Do you know the quote I'm talking about?
He said,
it came out this past week.
He hopes I die of AIDS.
Yeah.
I think it was a really bad joke.
Yeah, I think it was misquoted, actually. I don't know what it mean that.
It doesn't really matter. You know, he just learned his lesson. You don't say things like that because you get...
He makes himself look like...
This makes him look stupid, doesn't it?
Do you regret having made the comments about wishing Damon and his bandmate from Blur got AIDS?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what happened there? You said this thing and then people jumped on you and you just had to rethink what you said, or?
Well, I was doing an interview for a British paper, and this woman just kept on and on and on about a quote about the band, and I was a bit drunk, so I mean, you know, I just said what I said and I took it back straight away, but she printed it anyway, so. You know, what's done is done, innit, I suppose. I mean.
Have you worked it out with the band, or do you feel like you've already sort of come to terms with what had happened?
I don't speak to them, you know. So I mean, I gave an apology through through the press. So, but you know, I mean, there's people in England who'll never forgive you for that, and you know, so be it. You know, but I mean, no, I don't wish death upon anyone. You know, but you know, I mean, it's done now. It's done and dusted. The more people keep going on about it, I suppose, the bigger the issue becomes. But I mean, you know, it's just one of them things that happened, and it's done, and that's the end. That's the end of it, really. I just said what I said, and you know, there you go. I mean, it was a stupid thing to say, but you know, I've said it now, and I've apologised, and to me, that should be the end of it.
Coin comes up here and you're on your asses out this door, alright?
Yeah, listen, right, come and play your music, right? I'm not having coins going blind for the dickhead. And boots and that, you're all going home and say
the next one, you're going home early. And we mean it, man.
Because we're from England and we are hard, We're not soft. You need to find a way for what you want to say. But for tomorrow, cause my friend said he'd take you home. He sits in a car and ride alone. He lives under waterfall. Nobody can see him, nobody could ever control.
Well, the press had a heyday last fall when you missed the first few dates of the tour.
Yeah.
In reality, the band was close to...
Split it up.
Yeah.
We're never going to split up.
I'm sorry?
We're never going to split up. We'll just call it a day, shake each other's hands, go to the pub.